We live. And we back with a pretty good one. Let me see. Hope all y'all doing good. Hope y'all doing okay. The days go by so quick. It's crazy to think that it's Monday night right now. I did think it's Monday at least. And we getting better and better with this. So today, for this one, I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I feel like it's crucial. It's definitely crucial. Yeah, I might see my little one, Alea, and you might hear my other little one, Madeline. She's down here. Y'all might hear both of them in the background. Those are my hearts. Plus they mom. Okay. Let me see. All right. Pulling up the live stream on my computer. Pulling up the control room on here. Okay. Make sure we good. All right. So, like I said, I hope all y'all doing all right. Oh yeah, we live. We live. I had to put that in the chat. I had to put that in the chat. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Okay. So today's video or today's live stream, I want to go in depth just to, like I said, I think it's something that's extremely crucial. But basically, I want to go over how to make money, especially with getting started. Again, the whole point I'm doing this is to really help each and every single one or anyone who feels they want help with anything. I'm here to be there as a resource. This is also big because this is a lot of stuff that I never necessarily had somebody directly tell me myself. A lot of this I had to learn from either experience or go online and do it myself or find someone who was at least somewhat talking about it myself. Again, you can't really tell too much on what really is real and fake, especially today, because a lot of stuff people will do just for views, and it isn't really just to actually help somebody or to be there for somebody or anything like that. But I know that, and then after saying that, you probably think like, "How the world can you trust me?" Yeah, I would say you can, but I'm gonna leave that up to you. I'm gonna just give y'all some insight of what I feel like I have learned all the way up to this point. I'm only 26. I know that's not like being 60 or 70, but I've definitely learned how to make some money. Like I definitely have, and I should go through and tell you all like that. There's a second half to this too as well. There's also the is once you make the money, there's a whole nother half of it too, where you need, where this is even more crucial, honestly. It's like once you make it, you need to know what to do with it. And I'll make another stream over that past this one, which that is, I'm telling you, that is crucial. Like once you make the money, it like basically what I'm getting at is you can make $1 million, but you can also spend 2 million in a sense, or you can make 1 million but spend every single penny of it, right? And it's almost like, what's the point of making all that if you spend it all, and because you didn't know necessarily what to do with it. You made the money, which is great, but now it's extremely important to know what to do with it once you make it and after you make it. So this is just getting people or to get you all started in the first side of it, and that's to make the money. And especially with this, Like right now, where I'm at now, I'm mostly self-employed right now. Mostly just working for myself. I'm in the process of uh, ideally looking for another job, but at the same time, it's like I'm looking for another job, but then I also want to go all in on this type of stuff over my social media. But of course, it doesn't pay nowhere near as much as it would, at least in the beginning. It's like if I just went, got a job type thing. But so of course, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I'm in the process of like getting something like that so that I could still just have that immediate money, type of thing. None of this is technically guaranteed, right? And of course, I'm in the beginning stages, so everyone seeing this will be able to look back on this years later. But it definitely takes a lot of courage and bravery where I'm at right now today, like for sure. A lot of people can't do this, and if you do, it's extremely hard. So, again, this is going over how to make some money, right? So, first, what I want to start with is the basics of it, right? The basics of money, first and foremost. Got to know what it is before you even know how to really play this so-called game of it, right? Essentially, what money is just a way to exchange goods or services. What I know, I kind of backtracking, like doing all this, educating a little bit, but like you said, I just want to do this because I wish I had all this taught to me at first. I had to go through and find it out all myself. And essentially, when you go through and do like the research on it, you honestly kind of find out that it's like almost like not a real thing in a sense. Like it's real, but it's not necessarily a real thing like that. And basically, what I mean is, obviously we all know today, like if you didn't know, money is printed every day. The money is printed by the governments every day, and it's put into circulation through the governments every day type of thing. So well, it's put into circulation every day, and they also burn old money as well, all the time as well. So essentially, if I you go back before the dollar bill was even made, but before then, people used to exchange things such as uh, like some type of goods or food or cattle. So that like it used to be, you could trade some cattle for something maybe like some type of clothing, or some type of, you trade some type of food for something else type of thing, right? Uh, and essentially, the dollar bill came in to replace that idea of, okay, I got cattle, but I don't have clothing. And the person I want to get something from, maybe this person has something like, of course, vehicles weren't invented by this time, but if I just say like something like I say it like this, like if somebody has bread, somebody with bread and you have cattle, but the guy with bread, all they want, like wheat bread, all they want is something, all they probably want is some type of wool or something for it. They don't want cattle. They're good on cattle. This is basically to replace the idea of you not having what someone else may need and want, so that you can still get the thing that you're wanting to look for, right? So this is the dollar bill came in to replace that. So basically, you can exchange this for anything instead of just having particular things to exchange. You can exchange this for anything, right? And with it, a lot of people don't know this. Of course, with the government printing money, and it's almost kind of like country versus country, which is why certain dollar, like the United States dollar, is weighted higher than certain countries and maybe lower than other countries. The Which is the reason why they can't just print money endlessly, right? Well, they can, but if they did, then technically the dollar bill is worth less, because then if you got all these people who have the ability to trade for something without any problem, then the price of that something is naturally going to go up. The simplest way I could put it for you all is, imagine if you owned a home, right? You owned your own home and you're wanting to go through and sell it. Ideally, you're gonna want to sell it for the most that you can get, right? Ideally, I would just say like you're trying to get the most amount of money from selling your home as possible. So if you have let's say, I'm just gonna throw a random number. If you have only one person that's wanting and is able to buy that home, you won't be able to get as much of a price as you probably would have liked. You won't be able to be as flexible with the prices you probably would have liked because it's only one person. Technically, that person could actually undervalue you. That person could just offer you something way lower than what the thing is worth. If you need like to sell it today or something, they can offer you way lower than that because they're the only one buying it, right? Versus if you're selling the same situation, you're selling your own home, and there's 1,000 people who want that same home. Now it's a completely different story because then if your house is worth like, what you say? I'm just saying random numbers. If your house is worth 100,000, but you got 1,000 people wanting to buy it, there's gonna be somebody like out of it who's gonna pay you more because they want the home. So I mean, you could go up on your price, which this is called inflation, right? This is called inflation, which is a big topic in today's world anyway. So that, and this is the idea part where I talk about it's kind of real but not real, because especially today a lot of it money is just in banks, right? A lot of times you don't even really need to see cash anymore. In today's world you don't even see cash. A lot of things are just handled completely digitally and virtually. The transactions, especially like something like this, buying a house and all this, you don't even see the money in person. The money is completely handled digitally. Nobody ever sees it. It's literally just like numbers on the screen being transferred and changed around. You know, so that's where the idea of the dollar came into place and all of this. So just to give y'all a little background history on that, if you didn't know it, and if you did, that's absolutely great. Uh, I like to, the way I like to teach things, I like to make sure we're all on the same page. So that kind of gives a little bit of a backstory of it. If it didn't make sense, please just let me know. But that is the backstory of it. So now that you have a super brief idea of money, where it came from, and where we're going, which, matter of fact, speaking of where we're going, and speaking of that idea of where we're going, every year there's going to be, why the inflation gets worse every year. It's because people are making more and more money, and the people who are making more and more money typically aren't spending all that money in that time. So technically, they're able to hold on to a lot more of the money year over year than most people. So, which technically making it where the price of everything can go up because technically they get, and people making more and more money, the more money they have in their pockets. I mean, the more money they're able to spend, and the more money people spend, technically the higher stuff is, which is why, like in my time, of course, it's 2025 now, but when my grandparents and great grandparents were my age, it probably only used to be like a quarter buying. Like a quarter would take you a long way back in the day. But that was also with the different system with presidency as well, too, as well. But the inflation definitely has kicked in and changed. A quarter doesn't really get you anywhere in the grocery store now. You really can't hardly get anything for a quarter, if at all, today. Okay, so now that you know this, every year money is printed, money is burned, but there's more and more money out there in circulation because people are able to hold on to it, which is, I mean, and more people are able to buy and spend, which is also a. Now again, also this is try to come after me with no financial advice and all this. I'm not licensed, but this is just stuff that I know. Take it with a grain of salt. So, yeah, I'm just taking a grain of salt. I'm not doing no investments and all this. Nah, this is not no investment class, nothing like that. No, this is just telling you where the money came from and how we're going today, right? And I'm gonna just get into little ways of how you can start making money today if you didn't have a little plan or idea of it. So. Now, I went through that. I'm gonna start going through ways of how that you can start making it. And again, once you make the money, it's absolutely great. But again, there's a whole second half of it after you make the money, which honestly, I can't say it's more important because without the money, you can't do anything with it. But once you start making the money, I highly recommend like honing it. I'll go through it, but learning what to do with it And that's also something I wish I kind of would have knew a little bit more about too as well, especially in the beginning. But at the same time, I'm grateful for everything I did, everything I did. I mean, it taught me something. So I'm grateful. All right. So to make money, ideally, with the way money is used today, technically what it is you're finding something of that someone has a interest or a need for. You're finding something that someone has a need for and is willing to trade their money to you in exchange for that service or product or need being fulfilled, right? So basically, the sum of it, you're just helping people with a lot of their needs and a need that they're willing to exchange their money for. And that's all part of I'm trying to think the type of economy that is. My mind is going blank right now. I'm gonna think of it in a little bit, but ideally you trade your money for something that you deem valuable, and ideally it's supposed to be something that both parties agree on and agree that this is worth what they're paying for, or this is worth the money, that they're glad they make the trade. So for you to start make money, you need to learn what people's needs are and what they are willing to trade money for and how much they're willing to trade money for that certain need to be fulfilled. Where you can start to look at this, the easiest way I would say is to just look at yourself. Look at what you find valuable or what you need. Of course, we all need, food. We all need, like, if you have a vehicle, you need gas to be able to go anywhere. Hear my girl Madeline. We need water type thing. But there's other things that you need as well. Like, it may say you need clothes. You may say you need some people may say they need a watch or need earrings or some type of jewelry, or some people may need to some type of cosmetics or their haircut. Or some people may need shoes. These are all material things, but then there's other things that you may need, like services. Like, some people may need editing, or some people may need, I don't know, some type of consulting. Some people may need whatever. Design. Some people may need business help. Some people may need logos. Some people may need help with their vehicle. Some people may need assistance with their vehicle. Maybe their car is breaking down. There's all kinds of needs, but the easiest way to do it is just look at yourself, right? Just look at yourself, what you may need or what you do need, and then just go from there, right? So, and once you find these needs, and with yourself, this is just to give you a start. Once you find these needs, then start looking at, okay, these are some things I need. Ask yourself, like, what are things that I'm good at? Like, what are things that you specifically good at that someone would want to trade money for? That somebody would be willing to give you their money in exchange for it. Like, maybe you're good at computer. Maybe you're good at programming. Maybe you're good at building websites. Or maybe you're good at marketing. Or maybe you're good at designing logos. Maybe you're good at drawing. Maybe you're good at just driving. Maybe you're good at cooking. Maybe you're good at sales or selling something. Maybe you're good at modeling. I don't know. So you find something that you are good at, preferably something that you're good at. I mean, even if it's something that you're not good at, but you have an interest in it, you can learn it. Skills are all over the internet today. You can easily learn it. It just takes time. And once you learn it, then you can start pitching the idea to people who would be interested. So essentially what the first steps of it is find a need, and then find something that out of those needs, find something that you are preferably good at. And if you're not good at it, you got to start somewhere. So find something that you will be able to provide. So basically you're finding something that you can sell, whether that's a product or service. And those are the two basic things out of anything that you can sell. It's either a product or service. And it also makes me want to go in and just tell you all as well too, which is why I'm big into business. I love the idea of businesses and how they run and what they do and how they work, because basically everything is I mean, anytime you exchange money, anytime somebody gives you money or you give someone else money, I mean, it's a business, right? No matter what the business is, it's a business. The world runs on businesses, and these were all created by people. So someone or some people had an idea, be like, okay, hey, there's this. This is cool. Maybe we could do this, and it went big. I mean, look at all the top companies today, like Walmart, Target, like all these different gas stations and all that. So there's all kinds of different businesses around you. You just may have never really thought about it. Maybe you did, which is good. But I know, like me, once I really started getting into it, it's like, dang, like there's so many different businesses. There's so many different businesses out here, whether they're big or small. Like there's so many, and I love the idea of business. So this is why I love this. I love talking about this. I get real fired up, showing people how to make money or telling me about finance in general. Okay, so once now you have the let's say now you have a skill that you may want to do. I'm just going to throw out editing. I edit videos, and this is actually something that I went into doing business as well for. I've actually went and started and ran my own business as well legally, and that's another video that I want to stream that I want to go over and talk about as well. But how to start a legal business as well, I could easily go in and talk about that. Just let me know. But so, all right. Now you got, let's say you got something or something that interests you or a skill that you got that you like, that you feel like you can make some type of money off of. Then you will go through and start finding ways of finding these people. Now, with this as well, what I would like to say for this, when you are finding this skill or interest or whatever, the skill that you are wanting to sell, a great thing to be able to do is this will be time to look at how, like, ideally, how big of a market this is, as in how many people would want something like this service or need something like this service. Example, with the editing, and time is a lot of things. So editing maybe like 200 years ago wasn't a thing. Like editing videos was not a thing because there was no internet. Maybe it was. Maybe I just don't know, but I would likely assume it wasn't a thing. And if it wasn't as big as it is today. So versus 200 years ago, today, everybody's on the internet. Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody's on the internet, but many people are on the internet. Many people post content. Many people make videos. Many of them have to edit the content either themselves or get someone to edit it. And it's just the likelihood of a big pool of people who are wanting editing services. And again, this is an example. So it was that made me want to get, especially looking at the future of it. And if I had to ask myself, will there be people needing more editing service in the future or less? Looking at it, I mean, even you can do your research over it. I did like research. I typed in trends of this as well. But of course, that's going to go up within the next 10, 20 years, right? Because more and more people are expected to be on the internet, and more people will be expected to create content and or consume it. So most likely there's going to be more editing needed for that. So you definitely want to go out and find something like that. Now, I bring this up because, example, what if you say like you're good at writing newspapers or something? Yeah, newspapers were big. You know, they still are here. Newspapers aren't gone. But if you look at something like that, that's more of like a market that's kind of fading out, right? Not, I mean, because now you could just do stuff digitally. They could just write post online. You don't really get newspapers in the mail probably like you used to. Here's my little. She came over here. She really want to be in it. Say hey. 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 You're so cute. Let's see some. It's. Yep. Huh? Hey. Days on live. I think she's been in every live stream so far. Look, a true yay. Yeah, it's a layup. She's looking herself in the live stream. Look at two on there. We better go through this. And look back at this like 10 years from
now.
20 years from now. Better go through and look at the years from now. That's awesome.
Look, I can't even there.
Yeah, that's you. And this is what people are seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking something.
Yeah, you
I've
talking.
been talking for Monday.
All right, so we'll go back to it. So a big thing is with the thing or the skill you decide to do, try to find something that will be around for at least the next 20 years at least. Preferably even further than that. But of course, we don't really, I mean, it's kind of hard to say what even is going to happen tomorrow, right? But preferably just have something that's going to be around. A good place to start is something with the internet. Anything with the internet,
No.
we know that's going to be around for a while. And that's only going to be picking up. So many things with the internet, especially with AI, if you get in that, those are two great places to start. The internet and AI, for sure. All right, quit it. Don't mess with that, okay? Daddy's using that right now. But those are two great places to start. I was looking at the AI part as well. I learned how to make like an AI chat box and all that. Like virtual staging as well too. I was looking at virtual like staging house for realtors. I saw like how much legal work that could, like how much of a legal headache that could make. So I kind of like am hesitant on that. Oh, no man, baby girl, no man. So I'm kind of like hesitant on that. Girl. You want to go back into the living room?
What?
Quit it. That is using this right now, okay?
You sit down.
Girl.
Here.
She is something serious.
Went to the car.
But again, something around, there's something that can be used on the internet and that has AI. Those are two great places to start. There's many different places to start. Those are just two that I just came off the top of my head.
Daddy.
Yes, baby girl.
Where's my cake?
I don't know where your cake is. We don't have any cake here.
Wait a minute, where my store cake?
Girl, we're not going by no store right now. It's 10 o'clock. No.
Oh.
Oh, baby girl, watch out.
How was it cute?
Baby girl, we're gonna go back in the living room. They're trying to talk to them, teach them how to make some money. Baby girl, watch out. All right, so you go back in there, okay? Go back in there, okay? All right. All right. So, yep. With picking a skill, pick something that's going to be around for a while. Pick something that's going to be around for a while. At least that's one less headache out of millions of headaches that you're going to have to worry about. There'll be one less, right? Last thing you want to do is get in something, get really good at something, but then nobody wants it. The better way to word it is it's got to be something that will be in demand for a while. So something that's going to be in demand and it's going to stay in demand. Okay. So once you have something that a skill that you're pretty set on, that you're really good at or can get good at, and that will be in demand for a while, next thing you want to do is start finding out, well, this is also help too. Think about how easy would it be to get in contact with someone within this. A good bit of this I also learned from Alex Hormozi. Freaking awesome. I highly recommend checking him out. Dude is a legend. But think about how easily you could get in contact with these people that you have this skill with. That, because that's also a big thing too. Just think about how easy it would be to get in contact with them, whether they have their information online or whether you got to meet them at the store or whether you got to host events or whether you got to go to certain markets like farmers markets to find them. You definitely want to think about how easy it would be to get in contact with these people, because that's going to make a difference as well with finding them people to be able to pitch or sell your skill to them. Whether you can find them online, just DM them on the internet or DM on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, whatever. Yeah, that's going to be a big thing too. Okay, so Now that you got your skill, you know it's gonna be around for a while. You know it's gonna be in demand. You know how easily you may be able to get in contact with the people to be able to sell to. Now, the next thing would be is to start getting ready to outreach to these people or find out a way to speak with them. And preferably, you want to make like an Excel spreadsheet or a document saying this, and you could even ask ChatGPT to make you a cold outbound. Cold outbound is basically that's just like people that haven't spoke with you or don't know anything about what you're doing, and you're just reaching out to a person. So you're just reaching out to them to talk about, you know, what services you could provide for. So you want to make like some type of spreadsheet. If you need help with it in Microsoft Excel, I could gladly go through a stream over how to do that. But it's pretty easy. I mean, you could even ask ChatGPT to walk you through how to make a spreadsheet for reaching out to people so that you can sell stuff to them. So then you'll basically make a spreadsheet. Ideally, you'll probably want at least 20 people on there, at least 20 people that you can reach out to and contact, whether you see them in person or not. Ideally, you want at least 20 to start. And this will get you started in learning how to sell stuff. And which you learn that no matter what skill you have, like whether it's marketing or designing or constructing, building, you learn that there's similar skills that are needed in, well, there's certain skills that are needed in everything, no matter what. No matter if you're in marketing or you're in constructing. Those are two completely different things. Marketing is just helping, basically just helping advertise certain things. And construction is building things and or demolishing. But you're still gonna know how to sell your services. I mean, you gotta learn how to sell it. You gotta learn how to find the people. You gotta learn how to outreach to them. You gotta, there's a certain thing. And then also you gotta, you know, the back end, you need to learn the finances of how to fund your business. So you gotta learn all that. Every business has those, which is why all businesses must have a sales team or a marketing team or finance team. Like, so you need all, there's certain like skills in everything. That's what you learn that quickly. You learn that very quickly. Okay, so and here this is where you start in outreaching. And as you're outreaching, of course, you're gonna want to start setting a price. This is also an interesting one too. It's like, how much should you charge for your services? Well, if you've done it before, it'll be easier. Like if you've done it and you've been involved with it, it'll be easier to gauge like where you should start with pricing. And if you haven't done it before, which I've done both the days, I've started selling some stuff that, or doing some stuff for people that I've never done before personally. That is a harder one. I got this from Alex. It's good to just start out probably like doing something as a tester or giving somebody something for free with it, just so you can start getting good at it, like really good at it and confident with it, with what you'll deliver for them, so that you can start really like charging higher prices. But nonetheless, even if you start for free or something, like every time you talk with someone, it's going to take a lot of trial and error. It takes a lot of trial and error. So with every other person or every person you speak with, test your limits. Like, I mean, try a different price. Try go up a little bit and see what they say. I mean, just work with them. I will always say too, this is where your reputation is going to be built. You do not want to have a bad reputation, because that's going to follow you the rest of your life for sure. So just always be cool, be kind, be nice. I mean, just put yourself in these people's shoes, you know. Try to be cool, and that'll follow you a long way. That'll follow you a long way. So I'll always try to keep that with me. The fact that, you know, be cool, put myself in these people's shoes when I'm doing this. I'll just say, all right, I'm going to charge $1 million for some simple, stupid piece of work, you know, because then it'll kind of messed up, especially if these people really need it and they can't really afford it type thing, you know. So definitely think about that. But this, again, all of this is getting you started and making some money. Like, in doing it, if you are just constantly reaching out to people, constantly calling or constantly doing whatever to find these people, or self-service, you will make money. That I can guarantee you. It may not come quick, it may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, but you will do it. And at least doing it for like 3 to 4 hours a day, minimum, yeah. Of like reaching out. And the way you can get in contact with people, you could either make a social media profile if you don't have one, post a bunch of content online about your services. That's a good way, and then you don't have to worry about too many legal issues with necessarily reaching out to people who do not want to be called. And or you could just, for me, I like getting text messages, honestly. So a lot of times I just like text or email people, but I mean, I'll still call them. But today's world, like it seems like every year, oh, this girl, all up in the way. Every year, people are answering the phones less and less. I wouldn't bank too much on the phone thing for the next 10 years. Who knows, it may still be somewhat effective, but every year people are answering the phone less and less. Like, shoot, even me, I'm getting spammed all day, every day. I get like 20 spam calls per day. It just be spamming. Even the iPhone now, it says potential spam. You don't even gotta answer it. You just know it's spam. If you did, they're gonna try to spam you with something.
Your leg is working.
All right, and as you start outreaching, this is where you want to probably look at your schedule, whether you're already working full time or part time or not working at all. Watch out, baby girl. Daddy's doing something, okay?
Working.
Whether you're already working, just look at your schedule and just try to see where you can find time to do it and to work on your skill and or find people to do the skill for, right? And you'll make it happen. You'll make it happen. If y'all ever need any help with that, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to be the best resources I can. Because again, this is stuff that I wish I would have had. Like all this stuff I almost kind of had to learn on my own and or just going online, researching, learning from someone else. So do not feel bad asking. That's what I'm here for with this. So
look, it's Daddy.
but nonetheless, these will get you started for sure. This is for sure sign again, you start with making money. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Now again though, it's a whole another second half. Just because you had the money, this is another thing you learn after you start making it is what you need, like how to use it and what to do with it. Because once you make it, it's easy to do some crazy stuff with it. It's easy to just blow it on some stuff that could mess you up for a while. So that's something I'm talking about. Me, especially after I was working. You know, especially after working, man, I got me a nice truck. It was almost like $80,000, almost an $80,000 truck. So I mean, I'm finishing up paying it off now. And that was almost like 4 years ago. So go back in there, baby girl. Daddy's doing this, okay? Oh, let me get her out of here. Go back in there. Oh, go back in there. Yeah, there you go. But that's all. This is what I was just explaining. This is creating your own business. That's not even including the idea of you finding a job, which I could also do this too. Also help with everyone with getting a job, or like show y'all my what techniques I use with getting a job, or like how I build my resume type thing. Because this is also another thing you can do. Instead of necessarily running your own business, you could get a job and just upgrade your skill in there, upskill in there. Get a job, promote, hire and hire. I mean, it all depends on your goal, whether you want to work for yourself or you want to work for another company. I mean, choose however you want. I mean, if you go the company route, get you a job, learn how to get extremely good at that job, promote, and keep on going up and up. I mean, ideally your pay scale will keep on going on and up. Like you keep getting paid more and more and more. So, I mean, that's another way to do it too. And I'd be glad to show you how to fill out resumes and tweak them and apply to jobs so that you can have a higher chance of getting into that job. So I'll be glad to show you all like that. So just let me know. That's what I'm here for. Alright. Like I said, I would have to be back with another stream with to do it after you make the money. Like that I keep hinting on that because I think that is so big. I think that is so key. It's one thing to make the money. It's another thing to learn what to do with it after you make it. That's a completely different thing, but it's so crucial. It's so crucial. It's so crucial because that could make or break it. A lot of companies who made millions of dollars, but then they go bankrupt. Same thing with people. So just because you make the money doesn't mean you're gonna have it forever. Unless you know what to do with it or have the right resources to know what to do with it. That is so crucial. But this for sure will get you started with learning how to make money. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So, you know I love y'all. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to level up the stream a little bit too, you know? I'm trying to level up the stream a little bit. I was debating if I wanted to keep doing the stream, like hold the phone vertical or horizontal. Right now I'm just keeping it with the horizontal because I feel like it would have like the little blank spaces on it if I was watching on my TV. So this is how we doing it for right now. This is how we doing it. This is how we doing it. And I also got like a little thing to help with the internet on it too. So if it keeps going out sometimes, I got something to help with that. I'll try to get it on here where I can show the chat pretty soon. Show when people type in the chat. If y'all already can't see that, I don't think y'all can. Hey, I appreciate y'all joining. If there's anything else I could do for you, please let me know. Building a whole network of this because I want y'all to be amazing. Likewise for myself. I want myself to be amazing too, but I definitely want y'all to be good. I want y'all to make as much money as possible and be straight as possible. I even try to do it too as well, where I start implementing like fitness stuff, job stuff, family stuff. There's all kind of things just to make y'all top tier, make it better than me, you know, make y'all better than me. All right. So y'all have an amazing rest of y'all's day. Okay?